Instead of a buzzer beater or viral video, it begins with a seismic change that stunned everyone in the sports world. Caitlin Clark just received some surprising advice from Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. This was unexpected by experts, insiders, and even the WNBA. This was more than just a handshake or a show of encouragement, since it was so bold and creative that it would fundamentally change how women play professional sports. Caitlin Clark was offered her own team by Jordan. Yes, both her team and the sports business came to a complete stop when the best of all time told a rookie, "Let's build an empire together." What does that signify, though? This was not a hypothetical circumstance. Rather than offering sponsorship or guidance, the most attractive person in the world, Michael Jordan, a wealthy businessman, allowed women's basketball to enter the privileged halls of ownership. Only all age groups are eligible for this kind of offer. It's possible that Clark will be the one to open doors and flick a key that no other professional basketball player has ever had. It wasn't really sentimental. Instead, it was a deliberate action. Something caught Jordan's eye. He saw Caitlin Clark as more than simply a gifted basketball player. Despite being a force in a market, a movement, and a future, there was something distinctive and unquestionable about her. If Jordan is the most knowledgeable, it has to do with spotting a generational opportunity and taking advantage of it before others do. Everything changed after that offer. He's leaving her a legacy along with the group. This collaboration is reviving and changing the WNBA. This collaboration not only benefits Caitlin Clark but also the league as a whole. Every young woman who watches is reassured that she doesn't have to give up her interests in sports, fashion, entertainment, and other activities. Nearly $5 is earned annually by the Jordan brand. The Charlotte Hornets were only the beginning. The dude is always trustworthy. Power and vision are equally important in this situation. No player received this offer from Jordan. He assisted her in establishing and maintaining a legacy. According to his resume, he studied franchise management. It reads like a route map. He became well-known around the world and became an expert at putting together winning teams. He is now ready to employ the same tactic in the WNBA. Take charge of any business, arena, court, or other environment. Jordan has a dual viewpoint that no other athlete has because of his history as a successful businessman and outstanding athlete. He knows what it takes to pursue achievement and create something lasting, which makes this moment noteworthy. He saw Caitlin not only as a celebrity but also as a disruptor, a creator, a brand, and someone who could help a nascent league and raise awareness of it like never before. In the past, he has done this with shoes, franchises, and society at large. Now that he is making a big bet on Clark, investors will follow, networks will adapt, and boardrooms will pay attention. When Jordan acts, markets shift, and this decision might have a big effect. But what about Caitlin Clark in women's basketball? Jordan defied all expectations due to the conditions. She is not just talented but also a sensation. During her inaugural season, which witnessed TV viewing records and sold-out venues, she did more than just create headlines. She changed things. The WNBA was only salvaged by Clark. More than 1 million people watch each game, bringing it out of the background and into the mainstream. There is a lot of activity on social media for every retreat. The jerseys are quickly selling out. 3. She's not just having fun. In real time, she is building her brand. Her impact is too great to be measured by numbers. This has to do with cultural gravity. Caitlin Clark is a movement, a media sensation, and a marketing dream. Because, in her perspective, networks are attracting more fans than ever before, both new and old. Negotiations are happening and advertisers are phoning. It's not a moment, but a change. She is pushing the limits of what is feasible rather than simply raising the bar. Jordan acknowledges that her presence has changed the business culture of the WNBA. He understands the opportunity to work with a company that is changing the industry and the possible financial gain. Jordan is willing to hand Clark the keys to a team she ought to own rather than play for. The WNBA's sustainability is no longer in doubt. I wonder what Caitlin Clark's limit is. Because if her debut season is any indication, the options are practically endless. She has demonstrated that women's sports can be profitable, popular, and powerful on a worldwide scale. We'll see how strong that impact can be now that Jordan is on her side. Right today, things are becoming much more inventive. The concept of player ownership is not just innovative but also imaginative. Imagine a new era of empowerment in which players become CEOs, visionaries, and mobile, and the league's most marketable player becomes one of its owners. Juggling profit and performance in a society that occasionally supports athletics. But make use of them. This proves that you are more than just a part of the product. You are its owner. This suggests that the WNBA may take the initiative rather than copying the NBA, as handing Clark satire means giving her authority. That's the type of transformation that doesn't happen quietly. The media knows about it. This isn't fiction, but it is an illustration of a template. Jordan is aware of how hard it is to carve since he has experienced this legal, political, and financial path. He is creating a kingdom for her rather than just giving other elite female athletes a platform and a path to follow. If this is successful at the table, it will impact more than simply basketball. The NFL, MLB, and MLS will all be watching whether Jordan and Clark succeed, since it would raise the bar for sports across all leagues, which is then decided by the player's ownership. Globally, athletes begin to look forward to it and experience self-doubt. How come I can't have two? As a result, the WNBA could potentially need to alter its current ownership structure. Wasn't meant for this. It has to alter when a guy like Michael Jordan enters the NBA, or else it may slip past your door. Players may now have to engage in the boardroom governance structure while shaking hands with the wealthiest and most well-known individual, because NBA franchises are now privately owned by investors. Additionally, these investors would soon face pressure to negotiate ownership with players. Clark's ascension lends credence to this idea. She has shown how a team league may be improved by a single player.
So, why shouldn't she
participate? This relates to equating justice with equality, ownership, and influence. If the WNBA wants to retain players with Clark's level of financial and emotional dedication, they must be interested in the outcome. This means revisiting laws, expanding collaborative frameworks, and creating a facility that represents the modern athlete. The Jordan and Nike brands are the next fantastic product. Their presence might accelerate this connection since they have billions of dollars in worldwide sales and a marketing engine that affects every aspect of the sports business. We are discussing global campaigns. Imagine customized apparel and unique footwear inspired by Clark's rise and Jordan's brand legacy. Netflix specials, documentaries, and NBA stadiums full of fans wearing Clark's famous Jordans. There are several methods to get about. Additionally, the timing couldn't be better given Nike's recent initiatives to support women's sports. This is the best possible approach for Clark's to use Nike's platform, not only synergy. Jordan is skilled at using his strength and voice as a weapon outside of basketball. With the swoosh, he built an empire. Now he might use it to help Clark build hers. They would be invincible in name and intent as a team, an athlete, and a mogul. Offering more than simply sneakers is the best thing about the Jordan brand. It sells narratives. Because it sells legends, and Caitlin Clark has the skill, perseverance, and capacity to reach a worldwide audience, she has a great chance of becoming its next major star. Jordan, what about him? He has the heritage, the design, and the infrastructure to expand upon it. Instead of branding, we are all talking about mythmaking. Clark would be more than just a logo. Children every place would carry her movement, message, and goal. Think about the effects of generational disparities. As a young child watching Clark govern the court and aware of the lady on TV sporting her well-known JS, billboard is in control of the game she plays. A t-shirt appeals to me. This kind of cultural artillery changes rather than just inspires. Jordan's brand aims to rewire dreams. It suggests that you are not required to follow the rules. You are able to create your own. Give exactly that type of disruption. However, Nike's growing commitment to women's sports goes beyond PR, profit-driven. They keep an eye on the movement's progress. They draw attention to the hitherto unheard-of levels of engagement, ratings, and products. Caitlin Clark is in charge of that project. Jordan may develop into a new sort of leader. A new era is being ushered in by Nike's line of women's basketball footwear. Adidas, Puma, Under Armour, and more companies will try to catch up. What are they all going to be searching for? Being first gives you that kind of power. That's the advantage of having vision. Jordan and Clark were the first to change with every press release. The narrative changes with every shoe endorsement and sold-out pair. It is not a charity endeavor to play women's basketball. It is usually the most esteemed. Jordan saw more than simply Caitlin Clark's brilliance. He saw himself as a youthful, ambitious phenomenon who, with the right resources, might change the world. He is currently ensuring that her authority, ownership, and platform are taken into consideration in addition to her likely future basketball achievements. The type of power move he's doing to help shape it today in the circles of NBA owners has an influence on the whole sports business. Whispers are already turning into discussions, which lead to meetings in the boardroom. The same issue is being posed by Wall Street, ESPN, and other front offices. Can Caitlin Clark find employment? What possessions does she have? Are some of her teammates nasty to others? What does it imply that every elite female athlete in the world has felt compelled to stay in their own lane? Until someone like Clark really rewrites the plan, time will pass. Not with Jordan at her side, offering his reputation, history, and brand a new perspective on the possibilities of sports. By changing who may participate and who can possess, they are drastically changing the paradigm. Let's not pretend that we won't confront these gatekeepers. Traditionalists are influential, those who have accumulated wealth by upholding the status quo. They won't like this. They will call it a strategy, a threat, or a diversion. They will oppose it because they understand how dangerous it is. Knowing deep down that the throne and power are shifting, Clark and Jordan are asking for permission. Every move they make weakens the basis of an outdated institution, and they are progressively establishing a precedent. The idea that women's sports are less important is challenged by every successful tweet and story, every commercial agreement, and every sold-out game. This partnership disproves the idea that it is enjoyable or worthwhile. The final straw is funding for women's sports. Now that female athletes are getting more attention than ever, the timing couldn't be better. Caitlin Clark is in the middle of it all as college athletes begin to use zero deals as leverage. Instead of exploiting her, she is making money off of her vision and a future in which she is both a participant and a power broker. To ensure you don't miss anything, please activate all notifications, leave a comment, and subscribe if this vision materializes. I'll see you in the next one once you click the video on the screen.